Well, what we have seen is a pretty big shift away from the longer holds, longer duration, towards a more shorter duration with cash yields. So as you would expect, yield is one of the key areas that people are chasing just generally, because in the public markets or in many of the loan markets, they're not seeing the yields that they can see in the private equity space. And so what we've seen is a pretty significant shift towards shorter duration, shorter hold periods, and investments that are throwing off some cash and some yield investments.
And in terms of sectors, types of companies, what are you seeing?
Sectors that are interesting today include energy. I mean, that's probably the hottest area. If you look at the amount of dollars that are going into private equity, a significant portion of that is going into the energy space. And part of that is because the dollars that are needed for that sector are huge. The infrastructure that still needs to be built for all the natural gas and the shale plays that you're seeing today, you have to get that gas from one place to another. So we expect an enormous amount of dollars to be spent in the infrastructure space and in the services space. So I would say that's probably the hottest area in private equity right now, and why you're seeing it probably on every front page, or at least somewhere in that newspaper as it relates to investments.
And what about technology then?
Technology is also an area that's heavily pursued. Part of it is, again, even directly tied to energy, but healthcare. Technology touches almost every sector within the U.S. and outside of the U.S. And we've seen increasing amount of dollars going towards technology. Private equity investors really like it, particularly after the technology is created, because it's a replicable model. You're typically going to make transaction fees off of that, and that's like an annuity stream forever. And as you've seen, technology is one of the favors within the market environment.